This is Matrix Lord 212 from Morning with Matrix Lord. Good morning, everybody. Alright, so I need to clarify some things. Everybody's seen the video of, is it the end of the Real Hoovians cast? First of all, if it was ending, it would end in 2019, because as we promised, we're going to be covering many different reactions to the Battle of Ranskor Av Kolos, which is the Series 11 finale of Doctor Who. So we're going to get many different Real Hoovians opinions. Also, we had promised to cover the New Year's Day special. And then Doctor Who goes off the air till 2020. Now, again, we're going to do what we promised. We're going to cover what we promised. And then after that, we'll see. If the Real Hoovians cast were to continue, okay, for a whole entire year without news, without stuff like that, it wouldn't continue in the form that you're used to. It would continue in a probably much smaller form, where maybe instead of getting like 10 a week or 15 a week, you might get one a month or something. So, or one a week, I don't know. Like, it all depends. Like, it all boils down to, will the group want to cover audio reviews, or like Big Finish reviews, or classic series reviews? Like, will they want to do that? Isn't just about me wanting to do it. I'm up for anything, but it's about getting everybody together to just want to do that, and that's what it boils down to. I would love to have the Real Hoovians cast continue for a long time, but we're faced with a real crisis that we have a showrunner that does not want to give us any information to help along the show. This is honest truth. He doesn't want to give you an inch. He doesn't want to help out the Doctor Who magazine. Doesn't want to help out various sites. Just giving fans something. And, you're going to be in a Whovian starvation period. So, you're going to do a whole cast if they show Jodie with a new shirt or like a new... He's not going to tell you what the villains are. He's not going to tell you anything. So, this is what... we already went through this already. And I know what it was like. So, this is why prompted a video where, the Real Hoovians cast may end. Not definite yet, because again, I have to see too, is he going to change? Is Chibnall going to change? Is the whole dynamic of Doctor Who going to change? Because we were left with, no hating, no nothing, but we were left with a lackluster season. If you compared it to Series 1, all down to Series 10, it would be the lesser of all those. And that's what the point. The point is that you're supposed to make improvements, not go backwards. You're supposed to look at the dynamic of Doctor Who, look at the season finales, and say, okay, how can we do better? Not that you're taking it so light with her that you don't want her to face anybody. You don't want the finale to be monumental. Like, that's a minor thing. Like, first of all, it was the device that Tim Shaw had used that killed Grace, okay? Not Tim Shaw himself. So let's get that off the, it was a device. So that's the whole point, is that, we really have to look long and hard about that. I mean, that's like, so, and I understand he's as much responsible because it's his device. But, again, like, they have to know how to do a finale. They have to know how to do a special. And you know what? The fact that the excuse, we didn't have any ideas for the Christmas special, that's a very scary thing when you have a showrunner and a writer that's taking over the longest running science fiction show in history, that they don't have any ideas. You're supposed to be inspired enough to get the job to have ideas, to do anything. So that's a scary place. And you know what? It is a disgrace, because people were looking forward to the Christmas special every year, and you kind of piss people off, even though they're not expecting like the greatest episodes ever. It's a holiday season episode, and you know what? That should continue. They should fix that. I agree. And yes, we have talked about what if you just do other specials. Yeah, but that's true. We could do a Halloween, we could do this, but, are these specials even going to be big? Because, if you look at the trailer, you could say, yeah, the most dangerous DNA is a Dalek, but they could say, retcon it, make it like there's something deadlier, and it's not even a Dalek. And that would really suck. That would be, because we do expect that better from Doctor Who. Look at all the seasons with the intricate plot points and everything, and the story arcs. We do expect better, and we shouldn't lower our expectations to the episodes, and we shouldn't give episodes high marks if it's going downhill. If you're going in a restaurant and somebody takes over new management, and the food isn't the greatest there ever was, but it's good. After a while, if you keep going to that restaurant, you think that good food is the greatest ever, and it's not. So we need to not, lower our expectations concerning Doctor Who. We have to be critical about it, because if you're going to be critical about it, if you're not going to be critical about it, they're going to keep making it garbage and lower. And, this guy wrote Broadchurch. He got awards. I mean, you should be versatile as a writer. This is not his first rodeo. He's done other episodes of Doctor Who, so, you don't take the job for the money if you can't do the job. You just don't. You don't just take a paycheck. And, you know what? It's up to him to say, hey, I don't want Doctor Who to be off the air for a year. You got a showrunner. I mean, you can't build up a product and then you don't give the product. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the whole point. It's even if I would have believed that these ratings were real, which I don't, I really don't, then that means that the season was well accepted, but then you starve the fans. How have you been around for decades, the BBC, long time, and you don't know how the rule of supply and demand? You don't know that you can make money off Doctor Who if you do it right, but they just don't. Bad business decisions over and over. They're so used to making Doctor Who disappear for a year that they do it constantly. How many seasons did we lose technically of Matt Smith? Think about it. They split the damn season into another year. There was another season where you didn't get a season. You got a Christmas special, then it's they did it with Capaldi. Yes, David Tennant had to do a play and stuff like that, and he could only commit to specials and then regenerate. But the point is, other than that, we've constantly had a situation where the actor's sitting at home, waiting to film something. Film something. We're not even getting minisodes. And that's another thing. At least Moffat knew when stuff was going on, he did stuff for the fans, created minisodes to try to hold you over or something. We're not getting anything. And, you have to overlook, I'll allow you to see the villains, and make action figures and promote it. They're not promoting it appropriately. They're promoting it as her universe, a gender female thing that males are not going to buy if it says her universe. That's not what you need to do. You need to promote it for men and women. You're turning it into, it is definitely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, social justice warrior, Me Too, all this stuff, because you're saying men are not allowed. And who's the villain of all the episodes? Men. There's not one female villain. And if you're talking about the Witchfinders, well, there was a king that was in charge of the queen. So that he's of course they made him the biggest, the baddest, the creature. He's the guy, he's the one. So where are the female villains? Why is it wrong to have a female villain? And why are men supposed to be stupid? I don't understand that. So if Chibnall could explain that, and what changed his whole philosophy and his whole life to making crap like this, I want to know. And I want to know, maybe he could look at this and say, you know what? I went too far. I need to change the season. And that's what needs to happen. All right, guys. Take care. Bye for now.